Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Brooklyn Hine. Well, it's a big day for Brewers fans. News 8 Now's JDS McGee joins us with sports.
Well, October baseball is back in Milwaukee, and for the first time ever, the Brewers and the Cubs faced off in their first ever postseason matchup. And let's just say Game 1 was anything but a disappointment. Top of the first, Michael Busch quiets the crowd for a moment, launching a solo shot to right center. But bottom of the first, that's when the Brewers turn up the heat. Jackson Chourio leads off with a double down line of left field. Next pitch, Bryce Terang ropes one out to right. Pitch after that, William Contreras sends a third double to center. That's 3 pitches, and that's 3 doubles. And the Crew, they're cooking. Chourio adds another RBI knock in the second, and Milwaukee never looks back. They end up taking Game 1, 9-3. Now, the News 8 Now sports director Jacob Linsendorf is live in Milwaukee with reactions from the game. How's it going out there, Jacob?
Hey, JDS, yeah, it's quiet here now, but hours ago, that was not the case. This place was rocking, and it started off with the Cubs fans being the ones that were excited as Michael Busch hit a home run 3 pitches into the game. But in that next couple innings, the Brewers plated 9 runs to go on to win this one by a final score of 9-3. The Cubs knocked out 3 home runs in the game. Brewers sent out 0, but that's not really the number that matters here. The numbers that matter is that the Brewers are up 1-0 in a series when they need to win 3 games. So just 2 more to go here in the series to get the win. But the Brewer fans were fantastic today, and manager Pat Murphy was very pleased with the outing by his fans.
For sure, it felt like a home game. You know, it definitely felt like a home game. They were difference makers. And our guys feel that. You know, they're not that experienced, and there's a lot of young guys doing it for the first time, and they carry with them an awesome sense of responsibility. So to be ready today was fantastic, and the fans helped that. I mean, the fans were just, they were in it from the first pitch.
What a performance. You're maybe worried if the Brewers were going to have some rust since they had that bye week in the wild card round, but they played 9 runs, which is second most ever in a postseason game in franchise history. Freddie Peralta goes 5 2/3, and he strikes out 9. Just a great day at the ballpark for Brewers fans, and they go home happy as the Crew takes a 1-0 lead. We'll have more post-game reaction coming up later in sports, but JD, for now, we'll send this back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you, Jacob, and we'll have more highlights coming up later in sports.
Back here at home, we had another day of record warmth, and it was another windy one, too. We'll likely have more windy conditions going tomorrow, but not quite as warm. So hopefully you enjoyed this second wave of summer. Observed maximum wind gusts today, quite breezy off to our west, and we'll likely see those winds moving over as we go into tomorrow afternoon as well. Here's our observed highs today. Eau Claire and La Crosse both breaking their records. La Crosse saw 89 for your temperature today, 88 in Eau Claire. If we compare that to our average, we're well over 20 degrees above average. A very warm day out there. We're still going to stay warm tomorrow. We had a warm one yesterday as well. Near record highs, didn't quite get those records yesterday, but La Crosse did tie for its second latest 90-degree day on record. So again, we usually do not see this kind of heat at this time of year, but we are starting to say goodbye to it. We have much cooler conditions coming this week, so I'll have the details in a little bit.
It's been a hot one, so that's good to hear. All right, thank you, Nicole. Governor Evers has ordered flags to be flown at half-staff today to honor Adam Zerbel. Zerbel unexpectedly passed away in the course of his work as a forester at the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources. He dedicated 24 years to protecting Wisconsin's forests and instructed DNR courses throughout his tenure. Some fall fun is happening in Onalaska. The Pumpkin and Pints Arts Festival is filling Dash Park. Visitors can pay $10 for a pumpkin to paint and a pint of Spotted Cow or 1919 root beer. The festival also features live music, crafts, games, face painting, and even a visit from Onalaska's beloved scarecrow, Art S. Crosbygone.
We're part of the Onalaska Art Keepers, and our mission is to raise the arts and appreciation in Onalaska. And this is a way that is fun for the whole community. It's fun for families, it's fun for kids, it's fun for grandmas, and it's fun for scarecrows.
The Onalaska Art Keepers use proceeds from today's event to fund more public art projects around the city. In Westby, a longtime Main Street favorite is being honored as it closes after 50 years. Dregny's Scandinavian Gifts was presented with a legislative citation today from State Senator Brad Pfaff to commemorate the store's years of business. For half a century, the Dregnys have brought culture to the area while keeping the heritage.
You know, the entire community, heritage is what Westby is about, an area. And we're proud to have been able to be here for 50 years.
Owners Dave and Jana Dregny are celebrating their final anniversary sale as they prepare for retirement. Families gather for fun while used sports gear gets a second chance at the Play It Forward Sports Drive today. The drive accepted donations of sports equipment at the Logan High School parking lot to benefit the Boys and Girls Club athletic programs. The donated items give families a chance to enroll their kids in sports without the high price tag of equipment.
We're now serving over 2,300 members within all of our programs, so we continue to grow and we continue to have needs, and this helps obviously cut down costs.
The event included face painting, balloon animals, music, yard games, and food. Western Tech and Gunderson Air hosted the first Western Wisconsin EMS Education Day in Sparta. The all-day event includes hands-on training for EMS providers, students, and nurses. Topics cover airway management, pit crew, CPR, mass casualty response, and bleeding control. The day includes sit-down conversations as well as active demonstrations.
They could come, have a whole day of education that's CE certified that they can use for their licensure, their certifications, and interact with other responders and just get education that is needed for them in their careers.
The event aims to improve EMS skills and patient outcomes across the region. A walk-through history experience in Winona is sharing stories of survival and strength. The Winona County Historical Society is hosting its annual Voices from the Past Cemetery Walk. This year's theme, Local Disasters, highlights floods, fires, storms, and other trials from Winona's past. Actors portray people from the past while participants take in the history.
They hear things, and some of it they remember, and some of them they've heard about, but it's kind of puts the story back in their head. So it's interesting for them to, oh yeah, I remember how that went. And
the walk includes around 40 actors to tell the historical stories. The event also has weekday walks for students to experience the history. Still to come, residents in Chicago are fighting back against immigration forces. How both sides are handling the situation after the break.
For residential, commercial, or high-speed doors, come to LaCrosse Glass and Overhead Doors. We carry a variety of CHI door styles designed to fit your vision. Get your free quote today.
Enjoy 7 days of savings online and in store during Blaine's Farm and Fleet Days, going on now. Shop your favorite brands and seasonal supplies at unbeatable farm and fleet prices, like assorted Victor dog food, $5 off. 50-foot Yellow Jacket extension cords are 60% off. $19.99 for rewards members while supplies last. And all GE indoor light bulbs are on sale, 10% off. Rewards members save 15%. Find the value you need online and in store during Blaine's Farm and Fleet Days, going on now.
Hey, Dominic here, and I'm back to show you how I personally make my Bloody Marys using our Please Name Bloody Mary mix. First, you'll take a pint glass full of ice, add a spoonful of Please Name Bloody Mary mix, a couple dashes of Worcestershire sauce, a shot or two of vodka, and top it off with tomato juice. Want it spicier? Add more mix. Be sure to get your Please Name Bloody Mary mix and 39 other blends at the Please Name Outlet Store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Cheers! Worcestershire.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
For residential, commercial, or high-speed doors, come to LaCrosse Glass and Overhead Doors. We carry a variety of CHI door styles designed to fit your vision. Get your free quote today.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
The federal government shutdown is entering its second week with no immediate end in sight. The White House is threatening to fire thousands of federal workers in what it says is an effort to save costs. CBS News' Willie James Inman has the details.
As the federal government prepares to enter a second week of a shutdown, the finger pointing between Republicans and Democrats continues.
We're in the midst of a government shutdown that has been caused by Donald Trump and Republicans to inflict further pain on the American people. The government is shut down right now because Donald Trump and Republicans refuse to provide health care to working class Americans.
The motion upon reconsideration is not agreed to.
On Friday, the Senate voted and once again failed to move forward with a short-term spending bill to fund the government until mid-November, extending the shutdown. Democrats want more health care funding, including an extension of affordable health care tax credits.
My caucus and Democrats are adamant that we must protect the health care of the American people.
House Speaker Mike Johnson canceled plans for the chamber to return to Washington next week, a move that effectively puts pressure on the Senate to act.
So the House will come back into session and do its work as soon as Chuck Schumer allows us to reopen the government. That's plain and simple.
Meanwhile, the White House is threatening to lay off thousands of federal employees, adding that the move will cut costs.
Nobody wants to do that, but sometimes in government you have to make tough decisions.
The ongoing government shutdown means a number of federal workers, including TSA agents at airports, will have to continue work without pay. The shutdown is also expected to continue to impact a number of museums and national parks. Willie James Inman, CBS News, Washington.
ICE agents in Chicago felt resistance this morning. In a statement from the Department of Homeland Security Assistant Secretary, she says the agents were rammed by vehicles and boxed in by 10 cars. One of the individuals was armed with a semi-automatic weapon. Officials say none of the agents were seriously injured. And Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker gave his own response on X, saying, quote, "It is absolutely outrageous and un-American to demand a governor send military troops within our own borders and against our will," end quote. We have more news ahead, but first,
we have another windy day tomorrow, but it's going to be a tad bit mild with even cooler conditions coming up this week. I'll have more details coming up right after the break.
It's the National Mattress Sale at Home Sleep Express. Get an extra 15% off sale prices on Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep. This Jewel Pillow Top Queen is $849, and this Invigorate Plush Queen is just $594. Only at Home Sleep Express.
Wait, you gave yourself a flu vaccine?
At your house?
How? FluMist, it's a flu vaccine you give yourself.
Yeah, at home.
You do what at home? FluMist Home. What? FluMist Home. A vaccine delivered to your home? Yes.
You give yourself a shot? No, it's a mist that goes up my nose. My mom does it.
And it works?
Yeah, it's the same flu vaccine you get at the doctor's or pharmacy.
So easy. Even you can do it, Chief.
FluMist is a nasal spray flu vaccine for people aged 2 to 49. Don't get FluMist if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its components, eggs, or to other flu vaccines. Do not give FluMist to children or adolescents taking aspirin therapy. Tell your healthcare provider about all your medical conditions, including asthma, wheezing, or Guillain-Barré syndrome, and about all the medicines you take. Runny or stuffy nose, sore throat, or fever may occur.
So I can order FluMist online? Yeah, just go get your phone.
Get flu protection without the injection. Order at flumist.com.
It's Hy-Vee's 3-day meat sale this Friday through Sunday. Get our special recipe brats, 8 for $10. Fresh ground beef, just $3.98 for a 1-pound roll. Tyson chicken breasts or wings, just $2.79 a pound. Pork shoulder roast, just $1.88 a pound. 8-ounce pork chops, 3 for $5. Plus, get even more great deals. Save in-store and online, Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
It's time for Jolivet Family Farms Fall Harvest. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Stop by today for some of Jolivet's homegrown squash, kraut cabbage, popcorn, and hardy mums. Check out our large selection of pumpkins and pie pumpkins. We also feature many fall decorations, including corn stalks, gourds, specialty pumpkins, and straw bales. Take home some pumpkin cheesecake bars, cookies, pies, or bread from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily, year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
The savings are heating up on fire tables during the fire sale at Home Seasonal Concepts. Get up to 50% off regular prices like this fire table set for $11.98, or get this woodland fire table for just $4.98. Hurry in for our year-end fire table sale now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Well, we had 2 days of near or record-breaking temperatures the last couple days, but it's going to stay warm tomorrow, but not quite as warm, actually getting a little bit milder ahead of a cold front moving into the area. That's going to be bringing cooler temperatures into the week, more windy conditions for tomorrow afternoon, and the chance for some rain as we go later into tomorrow night. So let's break it all down. When you wake up in the morning, still going to seem fairly warm for morning temperatures this time of year. 65 in your morning low for La Crosse, 64 in Eau Claire. Tomorrow's highs then still, of course, well above average, but it's looking a little bit more bearable. And honestly, even though we've been dealing with the upper 80s out there, the humidity has been very low, very October and September-like, so it hasn't been that unbearable out, thankfully, but we are going to continue to see fall-like temperatures moving back into the area. Tomorrow, likely the last day that we have this heat, so get out and enjoy it if you've been a fan of it. 83 in La Crosse, 81 for your Sunday high in Eau Claire. Still going to be quite windy, though. Here's those sustained winds as we go into tomorrow, especially into the afternoon. Still blowing out of the south. The cold front coming a little bit later into the overnight period, so winds will still be warm out of the south. Blowing sustained again around 20 miles an hour, so that will be putting our wind gusts closer to 35, if not close to 40 miles per hour for some locations, especially in the afternoon hours. Even waking up in the morning, we're already seeing wind gusts around 25 to 30 miles per hour, so that's fairly breezy. But again, once we get into the afternoon, especially for folks north of I-94, that's when we're going to see the strongest of the winds. So hold on to your hats tomorrow. Definitely won't be the best day to play golf, but maybe go fly a kite because it will be fairly windy. Starting to see those winds die down as we go later into the evening hours, but when you wake up Monday morning, a lot of those winds should be out of our hair and much more calm and quiet conditions. It's really quite windy out there because a system is slowly moving into the area out of our west, and that'll likely be making its way in as we get into tomorrow evening. Here's that first sign of that cold front, just a few very scattered showers making their way through about Eau Claire around 4 or 5 p.m. Once we get a little bit later in the night, around 8, that's when we see it moving a little bit further, getting into La Crosse. Could see some embedded thunderstorms in this too. Definitely nothing even near severe or strong be that, but it could aid in some heavier localized amount of rainfall. As we go into Monday morning, then some lingering showers south of I-90 and east of the Mississippi very early on in the morning, but once we get into the later morning hours, a lot of that rain should be out of our hair. Going to stay fairly light as far as rain totals go. Again, maybe if we get a couple thunderstorms in that, we could see some higher amounts closer to half an inch or a little bit more, but most of the area can really expect a quarter of an inch as we go into Sunday night. And then after that, once that cold front moves out of the way, we will feel its effects. Monday's highs looking much more like October should, feeling high temperatures falling back into the mid and low 60s. It'll stay that way for the first few days of the week, and then we climb back above average because by the end of this week, our average high is actually going to be close to around 65, but I don't really think anyone will be complaining about the 70s, even though it is warm for this time of year. It's going to feel much, much more fall-like out.
For sure. That jump from the Sunday to Monday temperatures is going to be crazy. We're going to feel it. All right. Thank you, Nicole. Coming up next in sports, Brewers face off against the Cubs for the first time ever in the postseason. Jason is in next with sports.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
The Medicare annual enrollment period runs from October 15th to December 7th. With so many choices, it can be overwhelming. At Strive Medicare, we cut through the confusion, helping you find the plan that's right for you. We're your local Medigap insurance advisors right here in the Social Security building in downtown La Crosse, and ready to answer the questions face-to-face or over the phone. Don't go it alone this annual enrollment season. Call or visit Strive Medicare today.
The easiest way to furnish your cabin is at Black River Furniture Outlet. Bring the outdoors in with a handmade dining table set, crafted from the finest woods like hickory, walnut, maple, and barnwood. Shop cozy Amish rockers and upholstery, or Wisconsin-made easy sofas with customizable fabrics. Pair it all with a cabin rug, 5x8s, 8x10s, scatters, and runners available. And before you leave, visit the bed shed. Check out our rustic bedroom groups and bunk beds, as well as our Amish office furniture. Open 7 days a week, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Freedom is the ability to choose the path that makes you happy.
When you need a truck to get you from the job site
To the campsite. Drive your story with a new Ram.
or a new Jeep from Pischke Motors.
Stop in now to get a brand new Jeep, Ram, Dodge, Fiat, or Chrysler. Whether it's for work or play, we've got the vehicle for you. We have a wide selection of every model. Nothing beats getting in the driver's seat. So stop in today. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
To everyone who believes in Midwest magic, you'll always find it here at Culver's. Not that kind of magic.
Midwest Magic turns fresh, never frozen beef into a juicy butter burger.
And transforms farm fresh dairy into the creamiest custard you've ever had.
Ta-da! But it's not just what we serve, it's how we serve it.
With a warm welcome and a little extra love.
Love.
Love in every bite.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
Yeah!
All of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports.
Well, the Brewers and Cubs have seen each other plenty of times in the regular season, but today there's more at stake. The two rivals met in the playoffs for the first time ever today, opening the NLDS at American Family Field, and it started off very electric. First inning, Michael Busch gets Chicago started with a solo homer to right center, but bottom half, that's where it starts to get wild. Jackson Chourio leads off with a double down the left field line. Next pitch, Bryce Terang ropes another to right, bringing Chourio home. Pitch after that, William Contreras joins the fun, with the gapper towards the center bringing in Terang. That's now 3 pitches, 3 doubles. Then it's Sal Frelick with a chopper to second, but it's boofed by Nico Horner. Another run scores. And Chourio, no, he's not done. His second hit of the inning brings in 2 more runners, and the hit parade continues. And in the second, he does it again, roping his 3rd hit of the night, pushing the lead to 9-1. The 21-year-old puts on a show, and the Brewers take game 1, 9-3. And News 8 Now's Jacob Linsendorf was in attendance at the game earlier this afternoon. Jacob, what was the atmosphere like out there?
Yeah, hey, JDS. Yeah, not the best start for the Crew today. Before an out even recorded in this game, the Cubs had a 1-0 lead. So the Brewers could have just laid over and not really had a good outing today, but they did the opposite. They came back strong. They played at 9 runs. They chased 2 Cubs pitchers before the second inning was even over, and they had a big lead, 9-3 or 9-1 early in this game. So those bats were fantastic in this game, and also the pitching was fantastic as well. So the Crew, people were wondering, is that layoff of the wild card by round going to be tough? It really wasn't, and Pat Murphy was happy with his club's performance.
We had those off days. We were ready to go. You know, we were all talking about it days before, how excited we were and how great it was going to be. And yeah, setting the tone's a big part of it, and we were excited to get out there, and we just take that and move on to the next game. So
one of the things we made a point of, or maybe the main thing we talked about, is, you know, promise me you'll be ready the first pitch. When the bell rings, you're ready. You don't get a couple rounds to figure out whether or not you want to fight. Be ready in the first round. And I thought the guys were certainly ready.
We're a hard team to beat, to play. Like, we're not going to just give in and have quick at-bats. And you're right, with the home runs are so important these days, and this is us, you know, scrapping hits together, keeping the line moving, all the cliches that you can think of. It's fun to be a part of, and I think we all build off of each other.
So there you have it. In front of a raucous home crowd here today, the Brewers do not disappoint, winning this one 9-3. So now the rivalry will shift to another game 2 here in Milwaukee before things go over to the Windy City in Chicago. Brewers will look to take a commanding 2-0 lead. Remember, the race to 3 is the winner for this series before things shift to the NL Central. JDS, that'll do it for me here from Milwaukee. Jacob Lensdorf, News 8 Now Sports.
All right, and thank you, Jacob. An American Family sure was electric over in Milwaukee. Back here in La Crosse, the fans gathered to see the NLDS clash over at Genzi's Game Day Pub. Fans cheered on both sides, but kept it respectful. Here's what the scene at Genzi's looked like during Game 1.
We actually do have some Cub fans, yep, and there's great banter in the bar with that, but the majority is Brewer fans. Well, we hope they get to the World Series, and if they do, then that would be great for, the Brew Crew, so.
And although the Brewers dominated the whole game, both sides were able to enjoy America's favorite pastime. And down in Whitewater, we had a WIAC matchup. It was the number 5 Eagles taking on the number 9 Warhawks. And this one went down to the wire with the Eagles being down 17 at the half, but in the end, the Eagles escaped 20-17. And out in Ann Arbor, Badgers hitting the road for a Big Ten showdown with the 20th ranked Michigan, and the Badgers started strong. Opening drive, Badgers marched down, and it's Dylan Jones punching in the touchdown to give Wisconsin an early 7-0 lead. But Michigan, they would answer right back. Justice Haynes breaks free for a 43-yard gain, which eventually set up to a 1-yard score to tie things at 7. Second quarter, Bryce Underwood hits Donovan McCulley, which would eventually lead to a field goal to give Michigan a 10-7 lead at halftime. Second half, Underwood goes back to McCulley, this time, however, for a 29-yard touchdown to extend the margin 17-7. And then later in the fourth, Haynes punches in the second 1-yard touchdown of the day. Badgers showed some fight, but the Wolverines pull away 24-10. Now that's all we have for sports. We'll have another look at your weather after the break.